Hello, everybody, and how you feeling? Welcome. Today we have an exciting question and answer session for you. Today I'm going to be talking about common questions about church digital marketing. And I got a few questions that I'm going to be answering, and we are live. So if you have any questions that you would like us to answer, go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and we'll try to get to those questions. Like I said, we are live. Let me just go ahead and give a shout out to those that are live in the chat. I'm just going to say hello. All right. So there we go. All right. So if you have any questions while we're live, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. If you do catch this on demand, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and maybe we could do a future video answering that question. All right. We're going to go ahead and get to our first question here. Our first question that we'd like to cover. So let me just go ahead and go here. Let me just slide this over real quick. All right. Cool. All right. Here we go. Can a church grow online with just a YouTube channel and no website? Now, that's a good question. And my answer to that is yes, you can grow. You can grow. But I would say this, your growth is probably going to be limited. And the reason I say that is because this. If you don't have a place where people can connect with you after watching your YouTube video, then it's kind of like YouTube is your fishing line, right? People are watching your videos and you're throwing fishing lines in the ocean. But if you don't have a net to put the fish in once you catch them, then it's kind of like they might get away, right? So, or you don't have a net or you don't have a bucket. Let me just get something to drink real quick. Hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. So you want to have a net, and your website is the net. So the more videos you do, you can look at it like there's more fishing lines in the ocean. And people are going to know about you. They're going to know about your church. But you also want a way where people can connect with you. That's going to bring growth to your church, because there's things you can do on your website that you cannot do on your YouTube channel. And that is a contact form, a blog, your church information, your church service times. I mean, yes, you could put that in your YouTube description, but you want to have a place where all that is accessible to your viewer, So there's things like you can't do on a video that you can do on your website, such as a contact form, right? A plan your visit. You could have people do a plan your visit form. Now you could put these on YouTube, but you still need the form, right? So you could put all this on your website. And of course, you're going to need the form on your website. But I would say it's good to have a place that once people watch your YouTube video, they can go to connect with you. And I like to look at it like that. Is YouTube video is the fishing line, and your website is your net, is your bucket. Because there's so many things you can do on your website, right? That you can't do with your YouTube video. Now, don't get me wrong. YouTube is powerful. It's powerful, and you want to put your videos on there. But say I watch your, okay, let's say like this. Say I watch your YouTube video, right? And you don't have a website. And then you could put in your description, hey, to get a hold of us, call this number, right? So now I got to go from the internet to my phone if you don't have a website. It would be a lot easier if you say, contact us. Here's our church website. All I got to do is click. So now when I click, I could be a form on there. I don't have to leave the internet. Oh, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. So, but if you have a YouTube video and then you tell me, okay, call us, because how else is someone going to get a hold of you if you don't have a website? You can say email us, but then I got to write it down, right? So say on the YouTube video, I want you to connect with me, and I don't have a website. So either I'm going to say, hey, give us a call, or stop by our church. Here's our address. And once again, I probably have to write that down, right? Or you could say, email us, and then I can't click on the video for the email. Now you could put your church email in the description, right? So you could do it like that. But wouldn't it be cooler and a lot more options if you said, hey, to get a hold of us, check out our website. And then they click your website and there's all these options: email, form, plan your visit, blog. So there's way more you can do with the website than just having a YouTube video. Okay, so can a church grow online with just the YouTube channel and no website? Yes, you can grow. But a website makes it so much easier to track your growth, to connect with your growth, to let your viewers know what your church is all about, right? Because if I want more information, maybe if I'm watching your video and I don't want to know your church address yet, I don't want to know a lot of information, I just want some value. But if I get value from your video and I want to learn more about you, I go to your website. And then from there, I can connect with you. I can do a plan your visit, fill out a form, and so many other things. Okay. So hopefully that answers that question. And like I said, if you have any questions, we are live. Go ahead and drop them in the comment section. Or if you catch this on demand, drop them in the comment section. Okay, let's go ahead and go to question number 2. Let's see what we got here for question number 2. What role does a church website play that YouTube can't replace? I think we just kind of hit on that. Because I would say, like I said, YouTube, you can give information in your videos and you can put your church information in your description, but a website allows people to connect with you, to get a hold of you. You could put forms on your website. You could put a blog on your website. And I think YouTube has things where you could do community and posts and all that, but it's so much easier rather than sending someone to your YouTube channel. You could say, hey, connect with us at onfirechurch.com. Right. But if you say, okay, say you don't have a website, right? And you want someone to connect with you and all you have is YouTube channel or even social media, then where do you lead them to? What's my social media address again? So you got to think of the whole thing. What's my YouTube URL again? But if you have a website, onfirechurch.com, and they could connect with you there. But if a church doesn't have a website, right? And I'm on your Instagram or I'm on your Facebook or your YouTube. Nothing against Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Those are powerful tools. But if I want to connect with you, you can say, okay, message me, right? Send us a message. But me personally, I like the fact of putting your website URL in your social media, the URL where you can put a URL where people could click, put your church website there. And it gives them so many more options, so many more. So what role does a church website play that YouTube can't replace? You can put a blog on your church website. You can put a giving page on your church website. You can put a contact form on your church website. You can put even more videos on your church website. You can do Google Search Console on your website. You can find out what keywords are drawing people to your church website. You can do Google Analytics on your church website. And yes, YouTube offers analytics and all that. But here's the thing. There's so many other people on YouTube, but when they go to your website, they're focused on you. So that's what I think. The role that a church website plays that YouTube can't replace is the personal connection to the church or website that I'm visiting. Because once I go to your website, that's your house, right? I'm in your house. I'm there. There's no distractions. There's no other videos being posted while I'm there. It's all about the church I want to know about. So that would be my thing is there's so many things you could do. You can't give from YouTube, right? I mean, I think they have where you could give like chats and you can give money, like say a $5, if you want to post a $5 chat. I forgot what they call that. But if someone wants to pay their tithe or give an offering, you have a church website and you set up giving on there. You can do an email list from your church website. Come on now. You can have someone go to your website and click here to join our newsletter, our email list. So now I don't know if you could do that from YouTube, right? And then, I mean, you could probably put in your description, but then again, that's another thing you got to lead them to. All this can be done on your website. Email list, blog, giving page, more videos about your church address, uh, uh, your church mission, your church mission statement, what your church is all about, and yes, you could put that on your YouTube description, but after a while, it's going to be so much stuff on there. I personally think it's better to put it all on your church website, and then people can find out more about your church. Like I just gave you some good stuff. And the 5 pages that I would recommend you to have on your church website is a home page, an about us page, a blog, uh, a giving page, and a contact us page, and a plan your visit page. That's 6 pages right there. And you could do all that on your website. I'm not for sure if YouTube can replace that. I mean, if it can, you can let me know in the comment section. But to my knowledge, I just don't know if YouTube can replace that. But once again, YouTube is powerful because you keep putting out YouTube videos. But all I'm saying is have a website where people can connect with you. See, I see a lot of churches on social media too. Their social media is rocking. But if you go to their website, it's outdated. There's no way to get a hold of the church. So you send them to the website and it's like, okay, it's outdated. That's your net. So if your net has holes in it, you can get a lot of views, right? But we want to turn those views into visitors. We want to turn those views into contacts. And that's me personally, the best way I think you could do that is through a website. All right. Like I said, if you have any questions or maybe I'm missing something that YouTube can do that I'm missing or social media can do that I'm missing, drop it in the comment section. I would like to know. But as of right now, I would say that social media, YouTube is a complement to your church website. It should be a complement to your church website. Okay. And let me just share this with you. Another powerful thing that you can do on your church website that I don't know if YouTube can replace is you can optimize every one of your blogs for a certain keyword that will rank in Google. And Google is like, gets millions of searches. So, and YouTube is also a powerful search engine, but Google is above YouTube, right? So that's another thing you could do on your website is you can write blogs and optimize those blogs for keywords that people are typing into Google. And that's called search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? Your church website showing up for keywords that people type in Google, such as how to find a church, church near me, church in your city, such as Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Dallas. I don't know if you could do that with YouTube, right? So yes, YouTube, social media, and all that's powerful, but you want to have somewhere where you can send them, and that's your website. And I just gave you a lot of things that you can do on your website that I don't know if you could do with YouTube, but keep using YouTube. And like I said this, I'm going to say it again. I see many churches on social media, right? But I encourage you, if you don't have a website, if you're not leading people to your website from your social media, views are good, likes are good, but let's turn those views into visitors. All right. All right. I think we got one more question here, then we'll get ready to wrap it up. Okay. If a church has limited time and volunteers, where should they start first? Okay. And this is for digital marketing for your church. So let's go along that. Let's rephrase this. If a church has limited time and limited volunteers, where should they start with their digital marketing or digital ministry? I would say start with a website. That's what I would say. A simple one-page website. Get your house built first. Because here's another thing about social media. They could just shut your social media account down. Then what? But you can't shut your website down because that's your house. So start with a one-page website. Even if it's just all your information on one page, your home page, about your church address, service times, how to get a hold of you, contact form, put that all on one page. But have your own domain that you can send someone to. What is a domain? Yahoo.com, YouTube.com, Google.com, Facebook.com. Those are domains. For churches, it might be VOSF.org or onfirechurch.com. So once you get a website, right, that's on the internet, now you get your own domain. You can send people from your social media to your homepage. That's powerful. Now that's connection. That's discipleship. That can grow your church because now they're coming to your website and you can get so much more information from them. So look at social media, YouTube as fishing lines in the ocean. Once people hear about you, they connect with you. You want to send them to the net, which is your website. So if a church has limited time and volunteers, where should they start first? I would say start with a one-page website. If you can get more pages on that website, great, but at least a one-page website. And then you go from there, get your social media launched, get your social media launched, get your YouTube channel going on, but at least you got somewhere to send the people that would like to connect with you. Man, this is good stuff. All right. If you have any questions, like I said, we're live right now. If you want to drop them in the comments section, that would be great. If you catch this video after we are live and you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section and maybe we can answer those questions in future videos. All right. So once again, if your church has limited time And volunteers, where should they start? Start with a one-page website. Oh, and let me say this. I would say a one-page website and a blog. Let me add that in there. A blog is very simple to start. So, and here's how you could do it with limited time. You can update your blog at least once a week. I'm going to give you a top gold secret. Ask your pastor for his or her notes that they preach on Sunday and turn that into a blog. Just ask them to email you their notes. And you can just take that email, right? Put it as a blog, and you have a blog once a week. Now, if you have a midweek service, whoever preaches that service, ask them to email you their notes. Now you got 2 blogs a week. And if you have Bible studies in your church, you can ask the Bible study leaders to send you their teaching notes in email format. And all you got to do is copy and paste, and you got more blogs. So if you keep that blog being updated, your website is going to start ranking in Google for certain keywords, and then you're going to get traffic from Google. And if you optimize that blog for certain keywords, now you're on fire. Here's another thing you can do. You can ask people in your church to type out their testimony for you and email it to you. You can copy and paste that as a blog. This is good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. If you have any questions after this video is live, drop them in the comment section. If this video has given you any value, don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, Pastor Dre. God bless.